Hello, my name is Doug Jensen. If you've owned a professional Sony video camera during the last 15 years, then maybe you've seen one of my dozens of masterclass training videos or read one of the field guide books that I've written to help colleagues, such as yourself, get the best performance from their camera. If you've been waiting for a camera that will not only improve the quality of your images, but also allow you to work faster and more efficiently than ever before, then you may have just found the answer. I know I have. Sony PXW Z750 and Z450 camcorders. This is the cutting-edge, high-performance 4K television camera that many professionals, myself included, have been dreaming of for almost a decade. I don't know what features you look for in a camera, but I want a camera that can go straight from its case onto my shoulder and to a tripod and back to the case instantly with no assembly, disassembly, or futzing around with extra accessories. I want a well-balanced camera with an adjustable built-in shoulder pad so I can shoot for hours at a time without fatigue. I don't want to spend valuable production time dealing with gimbals, stabilizers, easy rigs, or other hardware that shouldn't be needed for routine shooting situations. I want a camera that has 2/3 inch sensors and a native B4 lens mount so I can shoot wide shots, extreme telephoto, close-ups, macro, and news magazine style interviews that have shallow depth of field without ever changing lenses. I want a camera that has global shutter, S-Log, 4K resolution, and a variety of high-end 60p, 10-bit 422 recording formats to choose from, while also offering the industry standard XDCAM HD 422 format that broadcast clients frequently require. I want a camera that has a beautiful high-resolution OLED viewfinder for precise, on-the-fly focusing. I want a camera that can record 4 different audio sources simultaneously with 2 XLR audio jacks at the rear, a 5-pin connector up front for a stereo shotgun microphone, and a built-in slot for a dual-channel wireless audio receiver. I want a camera that has built-in ND filters, several customizable assign switches, external controls for white balance, gain, shutter speed, headphone volume, and all 4 channels of audio, plus VU meters on the side of the camera body where I can see them at a glance. And finally, I want a camera that has been given the all-important stamp of approval for use as the primary camera for Netflix original productions, thus putting to rest any doubts from clients that a 4K 2/3 inch camera is capable of producing outstanding images in all kinds of shooting situations. As you may have guessed, my Z750 checks all of those boxes, plus it comes with many other amazing capabilities and unexpected features that I'm looking forward to telling you about during the rest of this video, so stay tuned. The net result is an amazingly robust and flexible camera that allows me to work faster, more efficiently, and to capture a wide range of images without having to stop and change lenses all the time. Personally, I find the shallow depth of field look I can get with my Z750 to be perfectly acceptable for just about everything I shoot, including sit-down interviews. I mean, I don't really want my interviews to have backgrounds that are so out of focus they start to look like green screen graphics. In my opinion, it is certainly possible to take the shallow depth of field look too far. Many cameras from other manufacturers lack the sophisticated paint menus that are necessary to customize the look of the picture to suit your own needs. So you either have to settle for the look that the camera gives you out of the box, or switch over to a neutral log mode and then color grade in post to get an acceptable image. But the 750 gives you a choice. You can either use the dozens of paint menus to grade in camera at the time of shooting and capture images that are good enough to go straight to air, or you can choose neutral S-Log 3 settings, the same as Sony's cinema cameras, and then color grade the footage in post to look however you want. All E&G zoom lenses have a built-in grip for pointing the camera and holding it steady. Having your right hand right up against the lens provides far better leverage and stability than a grip that comes down closer to your chest. Plus, there's no need for extra extension arms or other accessories that always get in the way when you want to set the camera down on the ground or put it back into its case. Built-in connectors for a carrying strap make it easy to sling the camera over your shoulder whenever you need to change locations. And finally, we come to the viewfinder. Obviously, the main purpose of the viewfinder is to monitor what you're shooting, but on an E&G camera, it also provides an additional point of contact for steadiness. You've got the weight of the camera resting on your shoulder, your right hand on the lens, the side of your head against the camera body, and your eye socket against the viewfinder. 4 points of contact that make it easy for anyone to comfortably hold the camera rock steady for long periods of time. The LCD can be rotated and tilted to almost any angle, which makes it very handy for low-angle shooting, jibs, sliders, dollies, and other shooting situations where you don't want to have your face pressed up against the eye cup. And yes, both the flip-up LCD screen and the regular OLED viewfinder can be used at the same time. Now, in addition to having external controls for peaking, contrast, brightness, and zebras, the EL30 and EL20 are so sophisticated they each have their own assigned buttons and their own built-in menu system with dozens of parameters that can be customized to suit your individual preferences. How many slots for memory cards do you think a professional camera should have? 1, 2, well, how about 4? Because that's what comes standard on the Z750. Sony has built the camera on the rock-solid foundation of S/S memory cards. Now, I've been shooting on S/S cards since 2007, and in all of those years, not once have I experienced so much as a single drop frame, let alone any other kind of card failure or clip corruption. A very cool thing about the 750 is that you can attach any USB storage device, including portable hard drives and even thumb drives, to one of the camera's USB ports and copy files directly from the camera's internal memory cards to the external drive without using a computer. The camera's third card slot is located here, but its purpose is not to record video. This slot is for an SD utility card, which can be used to store 6 different types of data files that contain various setup parameters for your camera. Not only does the utility card provide a backup of all your settings for safekeeping, they also make it easy to clone cameras. For example, if you walked in the door right now and handed me another Z750, I could have it set up exactly like mine in about 20 seconds. And if you rent cameras or use a camera that is shared by other people, or if you have multiple cameras to oversee, there are even more reasons to take advantage of these data files. The fourth card slot is used exclusively for recording proxy files on inexpensive SD cards. Proxy recording is a powerful feature that allows you to record 2 files at once with similar file names, the same duration, and the same timecode numbers. The big difference between the 2 files is that one is full resolution and the other is a fraction of that size. And the quality of the image looks pretty darn good. Check out this example of a proxy file next to the full resolution file. It's even hard to tell the difference when viewed at 100% magnification. In addition to the normal proxy mode that I just spoke about, the camera can also be configured to record full resolution 4K clips and matching HD clips simultaneously to the same S/S card. If you took away all the video features from the camera, you'd still be left with a pretty impressive audio device that can record 4 channels of high quality 24-bit 48 kHz sound. Now, like its shoulder mount predecessors, the 750 is equipped with a slot that can accommodate a wireless audio receiver that can provide 2 channels of audio to the camera with no external cables, batteries, or additional power supplies. As you can see, the receiver literally becomes part of the camera, and it only adds about 7 ounces of weight. The final thing I want to talk about in this video is the camera's networking functions, which, to be honest, are features I seldom have any reason to use myself. But if you're a broadcaster or if you're interested in live streaming for any other reason, then the camera has some pretty amazing capabilities. Without buying any extra accessories or spending money on paid services, you can control the camera remotely from a tablet, a smartphone, or a computer. Connect the camera to existing networks via either Ethernet or Wi-Fi. Transfer selected full-resolution files from the camera to a remote server. Transfer selected proxy files from the camera to a remote server. Configure the camera so that proxy files are automatically transmitted as soon as they're recorded. Live stream to your own network or to a social media platform such as YouTube. And you can start and stop streaming instantly just by pressing the online button. If you don't mind adding some additional hardware and or signing up for some paid services, you can also connect the camera via dual link cellular for streaming and or file transfer. Live stream high quality video using the Sony network station. And live stream using Sony's XDCam Air, which is a very robust cloud-based workflow service for news production. As you can see, the Z750 and Z450 really are revolutionary cameras, and I've only scratched the surface of their amazing features and capabilities. Thanks for watching, and happy shooting.